Hello everyone, welcome to the next video of our playlist, Azure Migrate Lab, Tools and Techniques. Before we go ahead in this video, let me remind you what we have done in the previous video, that we have used our Azure Migrate service where we use the appliance to discover and assess the server and as well as replicate from on-premises to Azure. When we say on-premises, that means that AWS, right? So we use the AWS machine as a on-premises server. So in this video, we will talk about building a business case or assessing a server using an imported CSV file. What it means that Azure Migrate service provide a CSV template which you can utilize to assess your servers or creating a business case. Now, what normally happens that if you do not have access in your on-premises server or in a client environment where you can fetch or we can install the appliance and we can fetch the server information, then in that case, we collect all the information in this CSV template. So let me scroll down and here you have prepare the CSV. You can download the CSV template and add server information to it.
So if you click on home and just type Azure Migrate, though I can see my list, but still just to showcase, if you write down Azure Migrate and click on Azure Migrate, it opens that page. And there again, you click on servers, database and web apps. Now here you have, it's showing my previous project, but we can click on new project and you can just create another resource group. Let's create quickly a resource group. Azure Migrate. Let's give it a name. CSV. Keep the geography United States. In advanced connectivity method, public endpoint. So let's keep these settings and click create. Okay, project has been created. Now if you scroll down and see, you're having both options, Azure Migrate Discovery and Assessment and Migration and Modernization. So in this video, we will continue on Discovery and Assessment, and when you click on Discovery, now you are getting two options, using appliance and using import. So we will click on using import. So it says download CSV template. Download the template to import your on-premises or cloud server inventory. And when you click on learn more, it will open a web page, which is a Microsoft documentation about CSV file and doing all the discovery and assessment using that. If you scroll down, it will tell you prerequisite and other information, but what exactly we are interested in, this server information. So actually what it tells you regarding the CSV file. Okay, let's download the CSV file and then let's understand that. So click on discovery, either you can click download or this page also provides the download button. So let's click on download. Okay, the file is downloaded. Click on open file. Okay, so when you open that downloaded file, it shows look like this. Where starting with server name, IP address, ports, memory, and so on. So there are a lot of columns what it shows. When you open this page, the Microsoft documentation. So all the columns, what exactly it's showing in the CSV file, you can understand those columns and information from here. Starting with server name and the columns which are mandatory to fill. The rest you can leave, like mandatory yes or no. So there are 4 columns which are mandatory: server name, course, memory, and OS name. The rest, as you can see, if you scroll down, the rest are not mandatory. But if you have information, it would be good to fill just to do the assessment accurately and more efficiently. So server name, recommended specifying the FQDN, full qualified domain name, IP address, course, memory. You can read about it, like number of processor core allocated to the server, memory, total RAM in memory, OS name, OS version. And when you go through it, somewhere you will understand what it says, OS architecture. So OS architecture, valid values are either you can fill x64, x86 or so on. AMD 64, 32-bit and so on. Server type, again type of server where valid values are virtual or physical. So you need to understand what valid values are just when you are filling it. The thing is, it gives you some default information. As you can see, if you are interested in, you can keep it, else you can remove it. So just to continue with this, we will clean all the information what it provides. And just to save our time, I have prepared some information for you. So let me copy paste. Okay, so I have copied paste the information like server 1, 2, 3 and so on. So I have pasted 10 server information. I have given some random cores, memory. As you remember, memories we have to give in MBs. Here you can see 32 GB, 16 GB and so on. Then OS name, 2019, 2016. I have given some random values. You can choose your server accordingly. Some of the columns I have left it blank. If you need, you can fill. Just to fill, you can take help of these columns. As I told you, OS version, you can fill any version, 16, 19, whatever you need, and OS architecture, server type, the same you can fill. Server type like physical, hypervisor is VMware, or what other options it provide. For hypervisor, like you can give Hyper-V as well. So you can fill whatever information you get from client. CPU utilization percentage, memory utilization, network adapters, network either one adapter or two adapter. I have given 2, but you can change couple of 1. Then network throughput, this is in, this is out. Then boot type, BIOS, UEFI, number of disks, storage. I have provided in GB like 64 GB, 128 GB. You can fill as much as you want, and so on. This is just in. If you see here, disk 1 size, then disk 1 read ops, write ops, read throughput, write throughput, so on. Like you have a lot of columns just to fill in. But as I said initially, these are not mandatory. So if you want, you can leave it. Then it also says like if you have multiple disks, you can add those information as well. Disk 2 size, read. So in my CSV, I did the same because it by default it gives that option. that when you scroll down, it also give you the information like this to size, this to read. If you have another disk, you can add that information, otherwise you can leave it blank. Now, when you are ready, just save it, close this file, and open to your project where you are, right? Then it says add server inventory data in CSV file, import the CSV file, click on browse, click on download, select CSV file. Now, as you can see, this gray line, so as soon as you click on import, it shows that how much it has imported. In the bottom, as you can see, it's loading, preparing a project for importing machines. Please do not close the page while preparing a project for import. Okay, so as you can see, if you click on notification, first it created the migrate resource. Now it's doing uploading server inventory data. So import in progress, please do not close the page while import is in progress. So that means the CSV file is completely fine and valid. If in CSV file having any issue, it will show error over here, and then you have to correct it, or maybe you can download the error CSV file and you have to fix it, and then you have to keep trying that. As in my case, it shows completed, rows process 10, and that is what we gave. Click on close. Now if you refresh, it will take some time, but as soon as the refreshing is done, and now you can see discovered servers 10. So we gave the information regarding the servers and we found the same. We haven't given any information regarding the database or web servers, so there is nothing, and this is so on. Now our discovery is ready. Now on top of that, we can do some of the other stuff like doing the assessment, like creating the build business case. As you can see, build business case, these two things what we can do. So starting with assessment, if you click on assess, and there is a option called Azure VM. When you click on it, it says assessment type Azure VM, discovery source imported servers. So there is nothing server described from Azure Migrate appliance. We will do through imported servers. Sizing criteria, performance based. See, again, you remember in the last video we discussed about assessment settings. You can click on edit and you can change all these. Like you can change this sizing criteria, target location, saving option, 1 year or 3 year reserved as your hybrid benefit, like regarding the license if you have, or include security cost estimates. So we are choosing default options, what it provides just for demo purpose. Next, select server to access. This time we will select all the servers. One to 9. Okay, so by default it shows 9 items at a time, and it says there is another server on the second page. Okay, so I click on next, I selected this next server and it's selected. So all 10 servers are selected. Now either you can create a new group or the existing one. First, let's start by giving the assessment name. Right, so name is server assessment and group is test servers. Now click on Next Review and Create Assessment. Now we have to wait for a couple of minutes, and when we click on Refresh, alright, so assessment is ready. You can see Group 1, Assessment Total 1, right? One assessment from Azure PM, what it's showing. We can click on our assessment either from here, or you can click on Overview as well. Let's click on Overview, click on Manage, click on Assessment. Now one assessment is ready. You can click on that. And here we go. It shows the complete information that all 10 servers you can migrate to Azure. Approximately cost based on the core, memory or disk, storage cost, the distribution OS license cost, right? Windows Server version, whatever we have provided, and then finally potential saving with Azure Hybrid benefit. By applying Azure Hybrid benefit and bringing your existing Windows Server license and the enterprise Linux subscription to Azure, right? So this is overall detail. Now, if you click on further any of the chart, you can get more detail about it. Whatever information you have provided, you can dig in any server and then you can get all those information. If you want, you can recalculate the assessment, export the assessment and provide it to your client, right? Now, infrastructure setting, this is the setting what you choose just to do the assessment. If you need, you can change and you can save. And when you do the save, you can do the recalculate assessment. So as many as time you want, you can do that. If you click on cost detail, as you can see on the summary page or the overview page, the same cost estimation over here as per the different servers. So this is the bifurcation for each and every server cost. Click back overview, and here we have. All right. Now going back to the main page, there is another option called business case. Now, what is business case? So just to understand the business case, if you click on build business case, now there is a link called learn more. If you click on that, what Microsoft says, the business case capability helps you to build a business proposal to understand how Azure can bring the most value to your business. And what it shows, the TCO, the current on-premises versus on-premises with Arc TCO, cost savings, year-on-year cash flow, resource duration, and so on. So there are a lot of stuff what it provides. Now, let's see by an example. Just give it name. Give it a name, test business case, target location. Let's choose ECS2 or West US2, whatever you need. Then the migration preference is definitely minimize migration time. Preferred target would be Azure VM. Saving option, either reserve instance or with Azure saving plan. Discount percentage on pay as you go, whatever percentage you are expecting. If you click info, it says select any subscription specific discount you receive on top of the retail Azure price. The default setting is 0%. So that means on any subscription what you have, specific discount you receive on top of the retail Azure price. Let's suppose you get 20% discount every time on your subscription, so you can give that or you can leave it blank. Currency would be US dollar. Click on build business case. Now it will take some time and it will show the business case overview page. Initially it says business case, test business case is being computed and will take a few minutes to be ready for use. So let's wait for that. Okay, so business case is ready. As you can see, it has prepared the TCO comparison, the estimated on-premises cost, what is it has calculated based on the assessment, and estimated Azure cost. So you can see the clear difference between your on-premises and Azure cost. And you can see the savings of this much. You can see in the bar as well. The red is the current one, which is your on-premises, and the blue is the Azure one. Now, if you scroll down, there are lots of benefits and reports what it provides and shows in your business case what you can represent in front of your end client. If you open this and you click on current on-premises versus future, the same detail you will get in different charts and different reports, right? How you are saving your money, where exactly you are spending in terms of network, storage, security, management. It gives you a lot of different features over here. And Azure AIaaS as well. So as soon as you click on Azure AIaaS, it shows the detail, right, in terms of servers. So estimated cost, target, USD, Azure VM cost, then compute and license cost. Same detail what you found in overview page, we are getting here in detailed version. Storage, VM family, and so on. Right, so the same thing you can cover in overview. All right, so what you have seen so far, if you click on server database and web apps and create a project and do the discovery based on the CSV file, you can do the assessment and you can create the business case on top of that. But if you go for replicate and migration, there you require the appliance to install on the on-premises server. So if you have the information about their on-premises server, then you can do the assessment and discovery based on the CSV file, right? By filling the CSV file. All right. So in this video, we have only this one. In the next video, we will talk about further Azure Migrate services. Till the time, thank you so much.